So I want to go over a pretty big trade that I took. It was like a 1 to 5 RR, and I hit 200 ticks on gold, pretty much made 3 grand. And I'll tell you why I didn't trade the NASDAQ today. And S&P, although I could have, I did not trade it. First off, if we go on the NASDAQ, we've hit 30,000 today. We're at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs. I didn't want to mess with it, and I mean, I didn't really find a setup on it. I did not really find a plus setup on it. On the S&P, I did. However, it was basically this. So we closed above, came back down, and then went up. But that was barely like a 1.5, like a 1 to 1 RR. It was almost nothing. The real play was gold, obviously, like I was saying. And it was ticking off right here. It was ticking off that right there. So I want you to take a look at this. If we go to the 4 hour, we're bearish. You see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. The past 6 candles, besides this one, have been bearish. And if we go on the 2 hour, bearish. 1 hour, bearish. At that point, I'm not even looking for longs. I'm looking for sorry about that. I'm looking for shorts. And we get to close below right here, then the retest to right here. So this is our close below with volume, and then we don't retest it until like right here. And then when we do, I'm pretty much just looking for lows. So I target like this low, then eventually I get all out at like this low right here, this wick. And pretty much, I hit 225 ticks, and I was all out. Now you might be wondering, hey, where do I get those targets from? So my first trim, this is my major trim, but my first trim was like this low right here. So let's just say 60 ticks. Stop loss being a little above the block. So 40 ticks. And this is my first trim. And do you know what I did when I hit my first trim right there? Well, I put my stop loss to break even. I put it to break even. We never hit break even, and we kept going. And when I hit right here, I trailed it to right here, and eventually I got all out right there. So that's how I was able to manage risk accordingly. I was, trailing my stops, and that's how I catch a lot of the big moves. That's how I'm able to make a lot of money, even though I'm trading micros. I literally entered off this position with maybe, well, it was kind of a lot, I'll be honest with you guys. It was still kind of a lot. I entered off 14 micros, but I have a buffer, so it's fine. But if you're on a 50K account and you're just sizing, smaller, you still could have made easy $1,000 just holding to target. And now let's go to ES. I don't play against the trend, but I could have taken this, closed below, and this block is only like a point wide, so we're going to use 3 points as our stop loss, and we could have, targeted the lows right here. It's all fine though, because I'm better safe than sorry, and I don't want to counter trend. That was my setup on gold, and I actually did see something similar on oil, although I didn't take it. Where was it at? It was right here, at the same time pretty much as gold, and I could have taken it. We touched this, we rejected, that was our close below. Then we could have taken this for a quick, 120 ticks. But I was on gold at that time. Same process though. This one would have been a bit more riskier because we had a bullish run up. But gold, I mean, that was just A plus, man. That was A plus. So that's what I look for. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and comment below which you're trading. I know most of you guys are trading NASDAQ, and I mean, NASDAQ is nice and all, but add 1 or 2 more tickers that you can watch. Let me know what else you trade besides the NASDAQ.